The Prime Minister said he needed to consider the impact of Britain's delay in phasing out petrol and diesel cars and gas boilers. Hello, and welcome to my channel. If it's your first time, please subscribe, also hit the bell so that you won't miss out in any of our update. Please do well to stay tuned till the end. The Scottish government has no intention of changing the deadlines for key environmental initiatives, such as switching off gas boilers in new buildings, First Minister Humza Yousaf said. Yousaf agreed his government should consider the impact of changes to target dates announced by Rishi Sunak last week, but insisted Scotland's plans remain unchanged. His comments come after the Prime Minister announced he would push back the 2030 target date for sales of petrol and diesel vehicles by 5 years to 2035. At the same time, a ban on installing new gas boilers will apply within 10 years to 2035. Scottish Government Minister Mhairi McAllen had previously criticised the calendar changes as an unforgivable betrayal of current and future generations and said Sunak had put the UK on the wrong side of history in the fight against climate change. Yousaf reiterated on Monday that he had no intention of changing the Scottish Government's current policy on heating systems, which from next year requires new buildings to use a zero-emission direct heating system as a heat pump or district heating system. Speaking last week after attending the United Nations climate talks in New York, Yousaf said discussions focused on how the world must do more, not less, in the face of the climate emergency. The First Minister stressed. Scotland therefore has no intention of withdrawing any of its measures. We need to look at the details of the Prime Minister's statement and understand what impact it could have on our climate ambitions. The UK government's failure to meet its climate commitments is inexcusable. Now is the time for climate protection and ambition. Scotland will continue to provide global leadership on the climate crisis. The British government is on the wrong side of history, and I urge them to think again. But we certainly will not want to back down or abandon our political responsibilities, as the Prime Minister has clearly done. He has no intention of changing. SNP Westminster Energy spokesman Dave Dugan had previously suggested that the UK's internal market could force the Scottish government to follow the UK's lead and introduce new petrol and diesel cars, to be kept on offer in 2035. When asked about that date, Yousaf said. He certainly has no intention of doing so. He added. We have to consider what the consequences will be of the UK's decision to leave and the decision to postpone that exit. There is no intention to withdraw, but we must consider the consequences of what the Prime Minister has said. Minister has announced. Advocates for a shorter working week have welcomed plans to introduce a 4-day week for civil servants in Scotland. Thank you guys for watching on to the very last end. What are your thoughts about this? Please do well to share with us your thoughts in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon